30 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes.
Is there anybody out there that wants to roll? And is there anybody out there that wants to boogie? Tonight, live from the Apollo, Glasgow.
Well, if you're looking for trouble, I'm the man to see. If you're looking for satisfaction, it's satisfaction guaranteed. I'm as cool as a body on ice. Hotter than the rolling dice. Send you to heaven, or take you to hell.
Welcome to Glasgow Apollo Live with Scott and Andy.
With Scott and Andy in the dark. Hello, everybody. Andy's having some technical problems at the moment. I was having them as well, so it might be one of those nights. It is so warm. Somebody just said, good music lovers, hello, good music lovers. Betty Swallows in sunny East Kilbride. Yeah, it is unbelievably warm. I'm sat here, I've got a fan here, there, and a fan under there, and I've got two lots of booze. Well, they're not booze, they're actually alcohol free. And it's extremely warm. So, Andy's saying, are you there? Yes, I'm here, mate. Yes. Hold on. Before we get Andy on. Can't see you, mate, if you can hear me. Oh, he's off again. Right, okay. So, this I've been, where have I been this week? I've been in Campbelltown this week. I went up to my uncle's funeral, as I mentioned in last week's show. And it was amazing. The funeral was very touching. I've never seen people queuing, lining the streets like that before at a funeral. It was just ridiculous. So, and I drove 10 hours home yesterday and got home about 9:30 last night. And oh my God, it was so hot. So, but I'm here. Andy isn't. So I'm just going to witter on until he comes on. He should be here in a minute. He's trying to get on just now. I don't know if you can hear me, Andy, if you're watching, but let me just double check, folks, something on the old, hold on, I'll just see. Hello, are you coming on? There you go. So this is what happens when the weather gets hot, everything goes wrong. Hello, Cheryl, how you doing? So I'll tell you what we'll do something that we don't normally do, but I'll put some music on just because we'll see if we can get Andy's tech working. So tonight, in the history of the Glasgow Apollo, one of the bands who played for an unbelievable 41 years ago was Susie and the Banshees. Now, we'll talk more about it when Andy gets on, but I've never been that much of a fan of Susie's voice live. I've always thought it's been a bit awful. But this recording has appeared from this show back in 81, and it's pretty good. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to put the music on and just see if we can get Andy on so we can have our usual banter. I can see there's a load of you there, and we'll say hello. Oh, here he comes. I hear him. Are you there, Mr. Muir? Black screen. Can't hear a thing, mate. Oh, dear. Hi, Doug. Hello. How you doing, mate? Thanks for saying hello. Alan, how you doing? Oh, there he is. There you are. I see you. What is going on there? Maybe reboot while I play some music, Andy. Yeah. So, hello, Alan. Thanks for coming along. Fiona, hi. How you doing? So I'm going to play this music from this show from 1981. And this is a song called Israel, which was a song that was never on an album, but it was on a compilation album later in their career. But it was not a song that was on their any of their albums running about this period. And it's since become quite a popular song and has been covered many, many times. So this is the song Israel, and it just so happens to have been the first track of the show that night. Now, if you went to see them the following year, it was about the 15th, 16th show. So quite odd. Obviously, I think it was getting more and more popular. So if there's any Susie fans out there, you need to tell me if it was this was one of the popular songs or not. But I think it was. So let me just see what everybody's saying before I put the music on. You remember it well, Fiona. Good. Well, here we go. This is Susie and the band from back in '81 from the Glasgow Apollo. I hope you enjoy this, everybody. So, it's a good recording. Gets going in a minute, I promise. This is the intro. Mr. Muir.
Where have you been?
Looks all good now. That was a good track, that wasn't it? That was a good track.
It was
Well,
when I
good
heard
for
it
you.
yesterday, yes.
Yeah. Quite a few folks saying they're enjoying it. Alan saying track is excellent, though. Yeah, it is. It's quite a cool. We'll come back and we'll talk more about it after we've done the usual. But it's a good track, and I think it stood the test of time. The other rescue recording we had, Susie, though, I thought her voice was awful, but in that recording, it's really good. I love the way it cracks at the top. She has that at the top of her register. It just goes off a wee bit, and it's really good. I like that. So, anyway, Andy, good evening.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. I'm okay, considering the week I've had. It's been it's all right. It's all right. I'm feeling. I've had a good wee bit of time in Scotland, which always does me good, mate. Always does me good.
But
And
circumstances, but it's good to be there.
yeah, I mean, I was driving for about 13 hours or something. No, more than that, 9, 18, nearly 20 hours. And I actually quite enjoyed that because I can listen to books and music, and I quite like that. So that and Argyll is extremely beautiful. So that was pretty good. I have said I didn't listen to much music this week. It's mainly been books, so I won't bore you with those. But what about you? What have you been listening to this week?
Not a lot either.
Have you not?
Not a lot. Bit of Eric Clapton, obviously. Bit of Susie Banshees. Susie Banshees? Susie and the
new
Banshees.
band, Susie Banshees. Yeah, very good.
Susie Banshees.
Yeah.
He doesn't like cheese. He wants to ban it. Just, nothing much. I haven't really. Nah, nothing much. Nothing much. It's not been a good week. I've still been banging the not banging, been playing a lot of the old Bertie Woosters though. But
can you turn your volume up a wee bit, Andy, please, if it's possible?
This volume?
That's good. That's good.
It's under my beard.
Well, let's get into this and get back on track.
Under my beard. Under my beard.
Quite good.
Who played this week?
Before we do that, just to say hello to everybody, because I haven't said hello because we were rushing all the way through. I was panicking, mate. I was panicking.
Oh, yeah. Not like
I was panicking. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us, Kenny, Pete, Cheryl, Alan, etc. Alan Walker's saying he just looked up the temperature in Glasgow and it's only 69 degrees. While I'll admit that's crazy hot for Scotland, it's 90 degrees out here in California, but we all have air conditioning. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what temperature it is here. Let me look it up. What's it like your place, mate? What's it like in Sydney?
Cold.
Is it?
Cold, mate. Well, relatively cold.
Let's
all look at phones. Everyone look at a phone now.
It's 26 degrees here, so it's still pretty warm.
It's 11 degrees here.
Ah, gosh. Well, it's warmer, a lot warmer here. It's bloody warm here.
But, this is your weather report as well you're getting now.
Oh, we are, I know, but it's important. It's important.
Tops of 17, but mostly cloudy. Slight chance of rain.
He's in this mood again. This is 2 weeks in a row. Right, here's what happened this week in history. There you go, mate. What happened?
Something. Hold on. Where's the flipping page?
On the screen.
It's disappeared now. Yeah,
that serves you right. That's the Gremlins.
Hawkwind. August the 10th, 1975. 47 years ago.
Yeah. God.
I'd listened to this gig. I we were talking a wee bit earlier. Couldn't really tell what song was what. I only knew when it's a new song because it was stopped and then it started again.
I couldn't tell the dark, couldn't I?
Yeah. If you like Hawkwind, probably was a great gig.
Yeah.
Did you get the set list there? No, you're not gonna. No, we'll do that later.
I do have the set list. Yeah, hold on. I do.
Okay, it doesn't matter because
Let's have a wee look at the set list. Hang on, I'll
We-
get this. I'll
we-
get the set list. You're absolutely right. I'll get the set list done. Here
It's
it
not
is.
like I know the songs much.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Right. I know a couple of these songs.
Oh, do you? Right, good. I know
I
none
know
of them.
Sonic Attack and I know Masters of the Universe.
Oh, Sonic Attack. Is that the one that sounds to me vaguely like Motorhead?
Motorhead on psychedelics.
Normal then.
So Mind Journey. These are I quite like the titles. They could all be album titles. These Mind Journey, Assault and Battery.
Yeah.
And was that not an album, an MSG album or something? The Golden Void. Excellent. Standing
Assault
at the
Attack.
Edge. Eh?
Mm,
Is it Assault Attack?
maybe
Was it?
Assault Attack.
Here's a really good one. Psychedelic Warlords. Yeah, beauty. Psychedelic Warlords. Yes,
Spiral Galaxy 28948.
that's really good, that one, isn't it?
Yeah. Wizard Blues Horn. These
Yeah.
are all magic titles, but I've no idea
Magnu.
what they said. I did listen to some of it,
Right.
and I couldn't really make out what was going on. People liked it though, I could tell because they were
I
clapping.
love it.
Yeah.
Opaloka.
So this is available on the YouTubes.
It
If
is.
you look up Hawkwind Glasgow Apollo, August the 10th, 1975, it will magically appear,
Yeah.
and you'll be able to live your dreams again. Who's that? Giving us Kenny Brown's Linton Kwesi Johnson. Okay.
We'll come back to him.
Okay.
But so yeah, that was Hot Wind.
All right. Yeah. So if you're there, you probably loved it. If you weren't there, why weren't you there? All right. Okay. Eric Clapton played 2 nights at Whittle, supported by Mr. Pugh's Puppet Theatre, Monday and Tuesday, August the 9th and August the 10th. 46 years ago.
Jeez.
I know. Well, yeah, 46 years ago. What was that? 9. I was 9 then.
A mere boy.
Mere child. Yeah, I listened to some of this gig on a rescued recording that Jack had put out last year. It's not bad. It's
Took
good.
quite a lot of abuse, didn't it?
Yeah, people didn't like it, but the people on the night seemed to really like it. And I was telling you earlier, like when one of the backing vocal singers, featured singers, he's not a backing vocalist, he's a brilliant singer. Well, almost all backing vocals are brilliant singers, but she was, I've forgotten her name. Come on, Hive Mind, can you tell me? She was in Jesus Christ Superstar. She played Mary.
Oh, yes. Forgotten.
Anyway,
yes.
someone will tell me. And I think I said this to you. She started the song. She goes, "I love Scotland," and everyone's going, "Oh yeah, well done, love Scotland." And tomorrow I'm going to try haggis. And then in the rescue recording, everyone around them's going, "Haggis." I could see them turn. I could feel like they were turning to each other and going, "Haggis." Oh, haggis!
Excellent.
You having haggis? But it was pretty funny. It's cute. It was very cute. But there's two. There's what's her name? Marcia Levy, I think her name is, and I've forgotten. I like haggis. I'm sure you do, Pete. Someone's Pete in YouTube says
I love haggis, but
I love haggis too. I like the vegan option, but
yes, of course.
yeah, Marcia Levy as well. There's two songs that the backing vocals are featured, and they are just probably the best songs of the night.
Really?
Although
Right.
on the recording, I Shot the Sheriff's pretty good, but it seems like there's only 7 songs, but each was 2 songs are 20 minutes long.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
The one I heard, so it's pretty good. It was good. I didn't think it was bad actually. Clapton's a bit cranky, and I'm sure half the crowd, or maybe. Yeah, probably 2/3 of the crowd were super happy at one point because he announces the Celtic Rangers score. It's like, it's 3-2 to Rangers or something, and everyone's going mental because periodically during the gig, people were shouting, "What's the score? What's the score?" Right. So he's like, what? What you say? He's a bit cranky as well.
Priorities in
Oh.
Glasgow, mate.
Yeah. Middle of a gig. What's the score?
What's the
No
score?
mobile phones. See?
I know, mad.
Can't check the weather. Only way you can check it is
And who was that
outside the
support
door.
band again? Do you remember them?
Mr. Hughes. I don't remember them, and
No.
I've never really. I heard a song that he was featured in.
Yeah, it was
Mr.
on
Hughes,
YouTube,
but,
wasn't it? There's a clip on YouTube.
but I think he actually was a puppet theatre, so I think maybe I don't know what the reasoning was to put Mr. Pugh's puppet theatre on.
It's very
Maybe
odd. I wonder if he was trying to get onto the record label and they maybe were trying him out or something.
or why would Eric Clapton agree?
I had no idea. No, but he's stoned out his head, maybe.
Maybe he just saw him and went, "Oh, he's brilliant. Let's
Yeah.
get him on." But it doesn't really translate to a concert tour. Maybe if you were in the seaside, Largs Pier, Mr. Pugh's puppet theatre comes on, you're like, "Yeah, belter, yeah, dancer."
Yeah, that's
Mr. Pugh's coming on.
aye.
Yeah. But no, not really translating to a big get venue like the Apollo. I should have wrote down the set list for you. But no,
Max
it's very
saying
good.
he thinks it might have been someone called Yvonne Elliman that was the singer.
That's
the
right.
Jesus Christ Superstar one. Yeah.
It is because when she's singing. They do a Blind Faith song called "Find My Way Home," and when she's singing, that's brilliant version.
Right.
And when she's singing, I know it's her singing, but I could hear parts of her singing in the Jesus Christ Superstar. I know it's weird, but I could recognize her voice. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
If I didn't know who it was, I would have recognized her. I went, "Oh, that's that lady from Jesus Christ Superstar." Yeah, her. She's great and a great singer. But it's a good gig, and there's one song where there's this brilliant guitar solo, but I don't know who's playing guitar because
Was it Clapton? Yeah.
it's audio. It's who you'd have to be there to know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I didn't think it was bad. I think it was bad. Yeah, it was good. I am hearing voices, Pete, just all the time, just chatting to me.
Kenny saying
Puppet show,
Spinal
Tap.
Spinal
Yes,
Tap.
quite right. Yeah.
Well done, Kenny.
What? We're on before the puppet show. Yeah. Even in Cleveland. I don't know, Fiona. I don't know if that was her on Saturday Night Fever soundtrack.
All right, it could have been.
Don't know. Andy is speaking to Gabriel.
Have to explain that one.
Okay. I'm going.
Does she part Native American? She does look a bit.
She is.
I think she is. I think you're right.
She is.
Yeah. She's a beautiful woman.
Yeah. And a great singer too. So I didn't mind it. I thought it was a good gig. But if you were there, like and
She's
subscribe.
from Hawaii, actually. She's
Like and subscribe.
she's from Honolulu in Hawaii. Her mum was of
course.
Japanese descent, and her father, believe it or not, was of Irish descent. Well, there you go.
Oh.
And she started her singing career in London in 1969, going round the pubs, and then in 1973, she got the job with Tim Rice and Andy Lloyd Webber singing Mary Magdalene's part on the official recording of Jesus Christ Superstar. That was the one Ian Gillan was on. So there you go. Yeah.
Well, she's a great singer. And
Cool.
Eric was not bad. And anyway,
Pete, I believe you.
maybe if I was there and I would have not liked it. Sound is off. Yes, is sound off? Yeah. Oh, right. Sound is off. Next. Linton Kwesi Johnson supporting Susie and the Banshees on Wednesday, August 12th, 1981. I listened to this gig as well. It's on YouTube, so if you just look up YouTube, you'll find it. I thought it was pretty good. Not a bad gig. I'm not. I don't think the whole gig's there on YouTube. Maybe there's an hour and a bit of it. Maybe it is. I don't know. If it's an hour, 16 songs in an hour, that's fairly good for 16 for a gig. It's an hour and a bit. It's very good. I think we chatted earlier, but I can't really remember what Linton was like. Linton
He was a sort of
I remember
dub
I
poet.
quite liked him.
Mm-hmm.
I quite liked it last year.
He's quite an interesting career, mate.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of weird and wacky things.
So if you were at the gig, let us know what it was like. But there's the set list: Israel, Halloween, Spellbound. That's a great song. Placebo Effect, Tenant, Night Shift, Sin in My Heart, So Unreal, Voodoo Dolly, Christine, Headcut, Arabian Nights, Eve White, Eve Black, Happy House. That's another good song as well. Supernatural Thing and Love and Avoid. I did listen to that. I thought it was alright. It was good, but I wasn't there, so I can't really comment about the gig. But the sound was good. It's not bad.
Oh, it sounded excellent. I wasn't there and I can comment. It sounded really good.
Yeah. I meant about the atmosphere.
Oh, about the atmosphere, yeah. This guy, Linton Johnston, he's known as LKJ, Jamaican-born, British-based dub poet and a bit of an activist. And the only black poet to be published in the Penguin Modern Classics series. God, that's appalling.
That's pretty bad.
Performance poetry and recitation. He's a wee bit of a performance poet, and he does this sort of dub reggae over the top. I'd quite like to hear this guy. I'm going to have to listen to him. I think he's still alive.
That Facebook user was whoever that is. Surprised. Ian Baird. Was that? Was Ian? Maybe it was later. Maybe that was later on. Yeah, they came out. Hong Kong Garden. You're right. That's a good song.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah. Was that Doug at the show? I remember the crowd not liking the support much. Oh, okay. Doug Forrest says he was at the show. Oh, okay. Maybe they wanted more goth than reggae.
Aye.
Probably did. Kenny Brown. What's this? You've been eating. Pete? You've been eating too many Mars bars. Okay.
There was a wee joke earlier about Pete being from Mars.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is a good song, Pete. Hong Kong Garden. Good song. Oh, he used to be on the Tube. Oh, right. I was going to make some stupid joke about the train line in London, but yeah. I guess he meant the Tube on the telly from Newcastle. Channel 4. Yeah.
I like the Tube.
It was a great show. Yeah. I watched that episode a wee while ago. So it was alright. It's good. Right, so that was the week. That was the week. Short week.
Yeah. Still pretty good though.
Still pretty good, and unusual in the fact that every band there has a rescued recording available.
Aye, it is unusual. I'd like to hear some of the support acts as well. But have you seen these lyrics to the Israel song that I played when you were getting your tech sorted out? They're pretty good, you know. I like that third verse: shattered fragments of the past, meeting veins on stained glass, like the lifeline in your palm, red and green reflects the scene of a long forgotten dream. There were princes and there were kings. I think that's really good. I'm not quite sure I know what it means, but I like it. Now hidden in disguise, cheap wrappings of lies. That's a good line. Cheap wrappings of lies. Keep your heart alive with a song from inside. That's really good. I like that. Yeah. Not bad for a.
Well, that's a good. that line, waiting for a sign to turn blood into wine, the sweet taste
Yeah.
in your mouth turned bitter in
Really,
its
really
glass.
good. Very good lyrics. Very, very good indeed. So I even play it again actually because I quite liked it.
Yeah, it's a good idea because I'd like to hear it.
Now, there's one thing I wanted to say just to add this week. It was quite weird because I was I went to see my friend over in Leamington, Mike Hobday, and Mike is an absolute fanatic of the artist Barney Bubbles. Now, I've only ever heard of Barney Bubbles because of Mike, because Mike is probably the most well-known collector of Elvis Costello memorabilia in the country, and literally, and because he likes Barney Bubbles, did a lot of the Elvis stuff. He's also collected the Hot Ones stuff, and these are some of the albums that Barney Bubbles did. But it was amazing because I was in the house, Andy, right, and this is an example. There's Mike there, and he's got an absolutely massive collection of original artwork that was used, in shops all over the country. He's got like some of it. He's got like Elvis Costello album covers that were never released, were never used. So he's got the original art, like the actual original art, the mock-ups exactly. And it's so that maybe a bit loud. Lorry going past my house, and it was just amazing to see.
I know, Mike. I've seen him on your other channel.
Yeah, the detail that these artists used to put in, well, Barney Bubbles put into making these albums. It's just I just felt quite privileged by it, and it's quite annoying that if you see that picture again, the cardboard cutout there on the right, there's Mike in the background there in the mirror, but they were always in record shops, and I wish I'd grabbed some of them.
Yeah.
Because it would be. Oh, Pete's saying, has anyone broke it to him? It's not the real Elvis. Oh, Pete, you better watch what you're saying. But Mike is an absolute polymath, and not polymath. What's the word? Savant when it comes to Elvis Costello. Unbelievable. Yeah. So it was. He had a set list signed by Patti Smith and all sorts of stuff. There was just so much stuff, and quite a lot of Glasgow Apollo stuff actually. So one of these days we'll get hold of it. We've got the rescued recording of the gig he's got, but he's actually got a very, one of the original recordings of it as well from way back in the day. So it was just good fun. It was just amazing to see. I mean, we get them all the time on the show, don't we? The guys that have got all these massive collections.
Yeah. Derek.
It was amazing to see it. His house is a shrine to music. And it's just.
I've not heard that. I don't think Jack's got that.
Has he not? Well,
Mike's
definitely got it because I saw it. I mean, I saw it. It was in the box right in front of me. So
on a record or on a tape.
So let's move on and have a look at what was happening in the socials, mate. Have you got your?
I've got my list done now. Yeah.
Excellent. Let's just see what we can do. That's my Google Plus up to date stinger. What's been happening on the socials?
On the socials.
On the socials, big man. What's been happening?
Socials. On the socials and that. Nothing much going on in the socials this week because just nobody. What? What?
Talking fish. Go on with it.
Are these on? Sorry, is this on?
Aye. Yes, it's on, mate. You're definitely on.
Right, 126 people posted, 22,081 people viewed. There were 20 posts, which is good, but a bit, it's what's the word I'm looking for? Expected.
I'm not hearing you very well, Andy. You're still muffled.
It's expected, but
hey.
20 posts, but that's because there was no one there.
It was quiet
this week.
Yeah.
But 215 comments and 829 reactions, and we now have 11,626 members. Thank you very much. If every one of you guys could just nip over to YouTube and then subscribe to the YouTube channel there, which is YouTube. Oh, it's like magic here. Seamless. It'd be good if you could like and subscribe us there. You know, because then
Very much
you
appreciated.
could watch it on YouTube as well.
Yeah. With all the
And
shows we're on,
what do we have on there? We have all these shows.
78
You
of them.
want to go back and
Yep.
watch this? I mean, hardcore if you did, but nevertheless, you go. But there's also a list of most of the playlists created. They are curated of most of the shows that we can find on YouTube, or from the Apollo. Is Andy watching the darts in New Zealand this weekend? No, I don't live in New Zealand. I live in Australia. Why would I can't even see New Zealand from here. What are you talking about? Guys, mad.
He's given us some positive feedback. There you go. Good archive. I watched a few. It is a good archive, and I'm really pleased with the
Well,
archive. It's growing.
Yes, thank you. It is. It's
It's
good.
getting really good.
That Susie and the Banshees one is only just kind of.
It's on it now.
Aussies are playing in it. Yeah. Oh, the darts. Aussies are playing in it. Well, I'd hope so.
Darts reached Australia.
Yes, mate. I think the Australians are the world champions.
Hey, Raymond's on.
Could be.
Sorry.
Oh,
Oh, Steve
I
Hackett,
like
come on.
Jordan Breaks. Although I haven't heard them for 20 years. Oh, that sounds like a good set.
I was just gonna.
Yes, Australians are the world champions. I reckon.
Are they?
Oh, I reckon, mate. I think so. Yeah.
Right.
In the doubles, if doubles can you play darts in doubles? Is there double?
They do.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Well, they're the world champions. I reckon. That's it. They won the World Cup. Okay. Does that mean the world champions or the World Cup holders? That's doubles. Okay. Not doubles like that. Triples. What are we talking about?
Bringing it all
okay,
back
so
to Glasgow Apollo rather than that. Was there any social media stuff that you liked?
Yes. Nah, I hated it all.
Hated it all. One of those moons, right? I'm just going to talk.
No, there's lots of stuff I liked.
This was quite good.
I did see someone put that on, and the first comment after it was, "I stole the Rolling Stones one."
I know, I saw that. And I asked him if he's still.
I was like, wow.
He's lost it, but he's got pictures.
Right. You've just gone double time, mate, on your mic.
Huh?
Yeah.
As in
That's
fact,
very strange. Yes. Yeah.
hopefully that's better. At the bottom there, you can't see from me and Andy's face. What Craig said was, Ian Williamson at the top, it was the guy who put the picture of the trophy on. And then I think it was John Henry posted these pictures of the band again, which are quite cool. And then Craig in true Glaswegian style, that'll be the Jams bandwagoning on punk until we've made enough money to say it had nothing to do with us. Award for services to coattailing.
I can't really hear what you're saying, but that's.
Can you hear me?
I think it's funny. I can hear you.
You don't hear me?
Warps. I can hear you now. You want to
All
read
right.
it again so I can hear what you said.
Yeah. Well, what Craig said was, that'll be the Jams bandwagoning on punk until we've enough money to say it had nothing to do with us. Award for services to coattailing. So, I take it Craig's not a big fan of what the Jam, how the Jam behaved.
Jam fan. No. I think Craig's more
I
of a
thought
punk
it
man.
was quite good. That I quite liked it.
True punk
And this one, in a similar vein, it's quite funny. John McGee posted this one. We've seen this a few times, and somebody said that it looked like Susie was just having a fag after the gig. What Greg said says, from what I can remember, she is probably stuck to the floor. Yeah, that's probably right. don't know what's happening with the kit this week. It's a
Yeah.
bit weird. People, is that better, Pete?
Yeah.
Thank you, mate. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. But anyway, I thought that was quite funny. And then...
I had a little... what's that?
What are you going to say?
Is that Derek saying it was very... No, on you go.
Derek wasn't a big fan. He said it was very poor, to say the least, and the worst support bar none.
All right. All right. I'd have a listen to the recording. It's not bad.
It's not bad. Apparently,
I was going to say I had a little. Yeah, that was me telling you your voice is going a bit weird, mate. I had a little chat with Willie Brown of the 3D Apollo modeling project
yes,
that
yes.
he's doing. He's been a wee bit sick this week, a couple of weeks ago. So I think he got a bit sick again. So he's had a wee bit of time off, and he went on holiday to Harris. And it was he looked very nice. But hope you get well. And microphone supplied by Norman Ollier.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
You can hear me. That's a bit weird.
It's just it's different. People getting different streams. I think
It's been
when
playing
they're
up all
messaging
night.
you back. Yeah. She was on the talking about I don't know. What this is. Imagine stealing Harrison's wife.
Yeah.
Sick move. Well, did he steal her? You don't steal people. It takes two to tango here. You know.
I'm not sure
Not
about
like,
Eric
it's
Clapton.
not like he ran around his house and then put her over her shoulder and ran away with her.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got some different.
Well, the text really misbehaving.
Some different views now. Yeah. Didn't know you did Latin, Andy. I don't know. Did I? I don't know. I learned Latin.
Anyway, so that was the stuff I liked, the socials. There was also a fair bit of quite cool ticket collections up there. I've forgotten the chap's name, but he had a huge collection, not just from the Apollo, but from all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it.
I saw that. I saw a little bit of that. That was just on yesterday, so
Yes.
I saw a little bit of that. Yeah. Being a vocal, your voice was a bit Dalek. Yes, you're quite right.
Dalek, like exterminate.
Yeah.
So, I tell you what, we're going to play Hot Wind in a minute, but since Andy missed it, I'm going to play Susie again because it was really good, and I think a few folk couldn't hear it right at the beginning of the show, so I'm going to play it again. And we'll be back to talk more nonsense about Hot Wind after this from Susan the Banshees. Once again, this is Israel. What do you think, Andy?
I like it.
Pretty good, wasn't it? Pretty good song.
Yeah.
Pretty good song.
Good song.
So I hope you didn't mind me playing that again, folks. Just wanted Andy to hear it. 'Cause it's excellent.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Right. Are you, well, just before we go in and close the show with some hot wind, just to say that, I think everybody was very sad to hear of the passing of Olivia this week. What a woman. What a shame.
Yeah.
And she'll be sorely missed. I can imagine they're feeling it bad over there, are they?
Yeah. I watched a clip of a TV host. He just basically broke down. It was very
Really?
sad. Yeah. Well, she's just like she's national icon. She's
Absolutely.
amazing. She's great and got a good singer. Such a good singer. Yeah. Not a belter singer, but a good singer.
She was a decent singer. Yeah. I remember seeing the show she did with the Bee Gees. Remember that show?
No.
And she sang along with the Bee Gees, and it was excellent. It really was good. I can't remember the name of the show, but it'll be on the YouTubes, no doubt. But she was great, and I just loved that film Grease when I was a kid, because it was really naughty, and I was allowed to watch it, So,
and Olivia Newton-John was in it.
Yeah, sorry, ladies, but
although I did quite like Rizzo.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Lizzo, she was all right. Yeah.
No. What's her name?
I know the one you mean. What, the one, the older one? She was probably about 20.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, Olivia Newton, I think she was 29 when she did that.
I know, it was funny. But
Rizzo.
I remember the bit. Rizzo, right. I remember the.
Fiona's is right there.
You keep us right, Rizzo. Fiona. I remember the bit at the end of the film, when she does the breakout and she goes the way she thinks he wants her to be. My God.
Yeah.
Pete's saying it's misogynist, but yeah, it is. But it's wow, what a film. Anyway, and it was.
It's not misogynist. Misogynist is being against women.
Yeah, it's a wee bit stereotypical.
Oh, the movie's a bit. There's a bit of misogyny in it, I guess. A fair bit with Rizzo. Yeah, attitude there. Same as if you've watched Saturday Night Fever, if you've actually watched it, not listened to it.
Yeah.
Holy moly, mate! Come on,
that's amazing. They got away with it.
Yeah.
Amazing, they got away with it. But I remember there was quite a few things about it that I like. Barry Norman. You remember Barry Norman, who used to do the film show?
Of course, yes.
Yeah, and he didn't like it. He thought it was rubbish. And he sang, I can't remember it exactly, but I can't quote it exactly, but it was something like, given what I said, no doubt it'll be a hit or something at the end of what he was saying.
Yeah. If he doesn't like it, everyone likes it. Yeah,
it's going to be a hit, so.
Yeah. Well,
anyway.
It's not as bad as Grease 2.
Grease 2, well, that was all right as well in a way. I mean, anyway, we better not go there. We're digging a hole for ourselves here.
We're talking about Grease. Anyway, I wonder if Grease was on at the Apollo.
Yeah, moving on. Now,
down the road at the Odeon.
Did Olivia play the Apollo? Because I remember Rescue Recon. Yeah, I think she did.
Check. And also, I don't think she did. I did check, but she was touring around. I did see she played the Rainbow Theatre in London around the same time, around the 80s or 78s.
I remember the Talisman guy said that a photograph of her going to the Apollo to perform.
Right. Well,
but I can't find any record of it.
Yeah. Oh, now you're saying that, there's a photographer put on some pictures of Olivia in Glasgow, so I don't know. But there's no record of it. No one's.
Not yet. You never know. It might appear one of these days. Now we're going to make one of the most oddest segues ever.
All right. Okay.
So we're going from that beautiful woman and beautiful and talented woman to this bunch of rogues. Hot wind.
Okay.
1975. My gosh,
Lovely-
have you ever seen
lovely
Hot Wind?
No, but they
I
look
saw
like
them
they
at the.
had a good time.
Well, yeah. Lemmy's got quite bright eyes there. He's obviously early on in his drug taking days. But
Right.
I saw them at the Edinburgh Playhouse.
Right.
It must have been in the 80s. I can't the late 80s, I presume. And it was certainly the loudest gig I ever heard at the Playhouse. That's not saying much because it wasn't that loud at the Playhouse, but it was extremely loud. And I just can't make head nor tail of them. You know, I still can't make head nor tail of them, apart from the obvious couple of tunes. So we're going to play something, mate, because it was tonight, well, way back, that they played in 1975, and no, this isn't.
There's Pete saying all the cool pubs played Hot Wind back in the day.
Right.
I think all the cool pubs had jukebox. Everyone played Hot Wind.
Play Hot Wind, yeah.
Yeah.
But I am.
Rock everywhere.
I've tried. I've got the greatest hits. I got the great. I mean, they never really had hits, but I got the best of Hot Wind, and I listened to it this morning because I knew we would talk about it, and I just flew through it, and I thought, nah, what's going on there? And I'd love to talk to like Dave Brock or something and say, what do you do when you're writing these songs? What's the
big jams? They sound like jams.
Aye.
And they go vibe. I'm pretty sure it'd be vibe. They'll just go, yep, that's got us going like that. Keep doing that, Lemmy.
Just do that, yeah.
Right, okay, we'll build something on that. That's probably what it is.
And I mean, they played in the same year as this show. They played Reading, and it was. I've listened to that as well because there's a recording of that. Virtually the same set, but they went down really well. I mean, the place was going mad. You could hear it. So anyway, so it's not a great recording, so we're going to put it on, but we'll probably just fade it out if it gets too. But I wanted to play it because I know there's a lot of Hot Wind fans out there. So let's have some Hot Wind. I'm sorry, I don't even know what tune this is. I think it's the first one. Now I'm going to go back to that. I've got the set list here because I just couldn't. With all honesty, I couldn't tell the tracks apart, which is really embarrassing. So this could be Mind Journey, but it might not be. So let's see. The song started. I can't tell if this is the intro or this is the song. God, they're cosmic. Well, as it jumped into Golden Void there, I thought that's the point. And of course, I knew that was a new track, mate. I knew it. Just because Barry said so.
It. Right. Okay. All right. Okay.
But
maybe
so
if you were a wee bit influenced, by
probably okay.
Substances, that would be great. Get
right.
Drink her a bit of the old wacky backy. I'm sure you'd
wacky
be fine
backy. But, did you hear Pete mentioned that the theremin at the beginning of that? You know, that wacky sci-fi sounding instrument. I remember the first time. Oh, it probably is. I remember it in what was it called? The Day the Earth Stood Still. You know, the science fiction classic. And they had the theremin music. It was fantastic. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. So, anyway, Hot Wind fan, Barry. Hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah.
If you want to say, as my mum used to say, that was just a noise. Yeah. Klaatu, that's right, Kenny. Absolutely, Klaatu. Excellent, well remembered. But that's from the sci-fi film. But I think they were quite clever. I think they still are quite clever, Hot Wind, and just
made a living for 50 odd years.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And they've had about 400 members.
Oh yeah, and a lot of albums. And I think as you say, they've made a good living. I mean, when I saw them, they were going through the sort of Michael Moorcock, you know, the science fiction fantasy period. And at one point, Michael Moorcock came on the stage, and I think from memory, I think he was playing the saxophone. Then this girl came on in her birthday suit with all she had on was like a fur cape and a sword, you know, and she was dancing about, you know, in the buff with this sword, and then her and Michael in a bit of a fight, and then off they went, and it was like everybody's going, what was that about? Yeah, that was a nudie woman on the stage. Yeah. That was a nudie woman, aye. But it was space rock without a doubt. But Barry, and not too bad. Anyway, well, we hope you enjoyed that tonight, folks. I actually thought there was quite a nice mix. Susie, and then Hot Twice, and then Hot Wind. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Remember, if you fancy continuing this nonsense, we'll be over on www.glasgowpolo.com/chat. Zoom, /Zoom. And if you want to join us, that'd be great. Wait a minute. Somebody's asking a question over on the Facebooks. Detect 7. Is there some other song with assault and battery of the human anatomy? I don't know. I mean, there is another song, definitely a song called Assault and Battery, but I can't think who it was. I've got kind of Lou Reed in my head, but I don't think it was. I cannot remember. Sorry. Here we're getting the lesson. Here I'm getting taught. Here I'm getting a lesson. Stacia was the naked woman they would have on stage. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to look that up.
Yeah, sure you are.
Just to make sure I'm not.
Right. Just for research purposes only.
Just research. Yeah, just call me. I play guitar for a band.
The Who?
So it doesn't. The Who? Here she is. Here. It's not pornographic. Don't worry. But this is it here. Hang on. There you go. Look at the power of the technology. Amazing. This is what all your donations, buying his coffees, enables us to do. Here it comes. There she is. Nuddy woman. But so that was the sort of thing she did on the stage.
Have us off the Facebooks.
But any excuse to look at a naked woman. No, don't need one, thank you. But anyway, it was a weird gig. It was a weird gig. A weird gig in a weird band, and I remember my then girlfriend Julie Mark 1 ending up on the stage with them, because they were saying there wasn't very many women there, so I think we were on the third row, and they had them all on the stage. I don't know. She kept her clothes on, but anyway. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. As I say, www.glasgowapollo.com/Zoom for the mayhem and nonsense after the show.
All right.
Thanks very much for everybody who's helped us by buying the amazing T-shirts that Andy's been working on. The Elvis sported by Led Zeppelin one is coming soon. He reassures me. And just a quick mention, as every week we do, to the guys at Rescued Recordings. They are absolutely amazing, and we really appreciate you guys. That's Jack, Stephen, and Phil. So fantastic. So as I say, sorry,
Gordon Giltrap. I downloaded the Gordon Giltrap one, but I haven't. I think it was Gordon Giltrap.
Did we not listen to that last year, or was that a different one?
Different one, maybe.
I remember us listening to Gordon Giltrap, and a few people went off and had a wee sleep.
Right.
I do remember that, but
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, so thanks again for tuning in, everybody. My name is Scott MacArthur.
My name is Andy Muir. Thank you.
He's been in one of his moods tonight again. But,
anyway, I'm up at the back of 60.
I know, but I'm just saying. Anyway, wee bit more hot wind than the closing titles. We'll see you in the Zoom, and if not, we'll be here next week, same time, same place, same nonsense, different music. See you soon. Bye.